Skin that smoke wagon and see what happens.
How's that for a slice of fried gold?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know how this machine worked.
It seems to run on some form of electricity.
And it was wrong. It was a bad call, Ripley. It was a bad call.
Bad call.
Some are good for fighting, others for dying.
It's just two movies.
Don't worry about it. All right, welcome back to another episode of It's Just Two Movies, where we watch two movies.
You guessed it.
We think one of them's good. We've never seen the other one, so we'll watch that one too and be like, was it good? I don't know. We'll find out. My name is Daniel King, and my host with me this evening, you know him, you love him, Tom Birdman.
I'm not the host. You're the host. You said my host with this.
Yeah.
My host with me this evening is me.
Yeah.
As Daniel.
Tom Birdman.
And I'm the guest.
I'm Tom Birdman, is what I'm saying. That's Daniel King. Let's get the show on the road. Anyway, we watched 18 movies.
18?
No, it's a summer break series, so it's a little shorter. But I don't even know whose pick this was. Was this your pick?
This is
your
pick.
All right.
Yeah.
I had this on my list of things to pick when we wanted to go through a comedy or whatever.
Right.
But you went with MacGruber,
I did.
R-rated, 2010 action comedy in the ballpark of an hour 39, because you never know what you get with Google, do you? IMDb gives it a 5.6 out of 10, a shocking 48% on Rotten Tomatoes. 71% of Google users like this, so it seems kind of it's like rounded, you know what I mean?
A little bit of a roller coaster there.
Yeah, I don't have the box office, but I do have the budget. Looks like it cost 10 mil. A cool 10 mil. That's nothing to make a movie like this.
10 million for this? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what I see as well. Opening weekend, $4 million. Overall, worldwide gross was $9 million. So they lost a little bit of money.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah, they're fucking making it all back with the show now, because they made a series out of MacGruber, which is equally hysterical.
Right.
We're not here to talk about that.
So you want me to get a little dive in on this puppy?
Do you want to? I should say who's in it quickly.
Yeah, go ahead.
A bunch of funny people and a good straight man. I don't mean like his sexual orientation. I mean he's just playing the straight man. You get it. We got Will Forte, Kristen Wiig, Ryan Philippe, Timothy V. Murphy, Val Kilmer, Maya Rudolph.
Powers Booth,
yeah. Powers Booth's great in this.
and then did you say Timothy V. Murphy? You did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's a bunch of wrestlers.
Oh, yeah, there's a whole bunch of wrestlers. And if they're not wrestlers, WWE, get at them, I guess. They look like would be great wrestlers.
Right. All right. So here's the breakdown on MacGruber. If you don't know anything about the old TV series MacGyver, that's kind of what they're making fun of.
Yeah, it's a satire.
It's a satire of the TV series MacGyver. MacGruber started as an SNL skit, short, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
They were like 60 to 90 seconds.
Yeah.
And then they were like, hey, let's make a movie out of that.
Right. Yeah. I love the way SNL will be like, you know what? Run with that one.
Yeah.
Just give me a movie. Will it flop? Probably.
Let's put some money into it.
A bunch of them do. But there's a bunch of them that are like not well reviewed, but I think they're quite funny. Like The Ladies' Man.
Yeah.
Anyway, different.
Classic.
Yeah, for another time.
Right. I want to let you go. I want to let you take the tidbit on this.
The tidbit.
So, I think you should give the listener.
Yeah.
Just give them a brief.
They can watch this. I mean, it's boring to watch. Boring as shit. You're just like looking at your phone on Spotify, just watching it go, watching the bar move. We spent a lot of money on that bar that moves though. So
that's most of the budget.
Yeah, that's most of our budget. Our whopping budget of $50.
Right. So could you give the listener pretty much? I think what we're going to do is we're not going to go through scene by scene.
No,
we're just going to
no.
We're going to give you the
meat and potatoes.
The meat and potatoes right up front, and then we're going to talk about what we like. Can you tell the listener? Could you give us like a little 2-minute?
Time me. I bet I can get through pretty quick.
Okay.
I'm curious to know how long I can to to do the full thing.
All right, and go.
So MacGruber, he's been quote unquote dead for 10 years. The general goes and they get him and they're like, MacGruber, you got to come back. Fucking Val Kilmer's got a warhead. And he's like, son of a bitch, Val Kilmer killed my wife, my Rudolph. So MacGruber decides to get a team together. All these fucking awesome guys. There's an incident. They can't do it anymore. So MacGruber gets Ryan Philippe and fucking Kristen Wiig to be on his new team. And they get this guy and then fucking, diffuse the situation and save the day.
Boom. 32 seconds.
32 seconds. Yeah, that's all of it. Spoilers included if a comedy from 2010.
Right. I mean...
Yeah, it's 12 years old. We're going to spoil the shit out of it.
Yeah. Here's the thing. We love this movie. This is not going to be for everybody.
No.
It's probably not going to be most people's style of humor because it's just kind of like toilet humor.
It is toilet slapstick comedy. Yeah. Yeah.
But, we act like fucking teenagers still.
Yeah.
So...
Or we could be.
We might be.
You guys remember when we were doing that joke? You guys remember that one? For you guys hanging in there.
If not,
you're welcome.
Go back to the first episode. No, I'm just kidding.
You've got fucking 300 hours to kill.
So yeah, this is just a classic take on every hero movie, like 80s, 90s hero movie that you've ever seen that involves a bad guy that's got a nuclear warhead, whatever. Just pick a thing. So
just pick a world collapsing thing, and that's what it goes up against.
That's it.
So MacGyver, what MacGruber is a satire of. MacGyver, he's handy of like getting out of a situation with like
household items,
piece of bologna and not a piece of bologna, like a toothbrush and a bar of soap.
Paperclip.
Yeah, like a toothbrush and a paperclip, he'll get out of a wild jam.
Yeah.
So MacGruber, they take it a step further, and he just like puts dental floss in his mouth, like a pouch of dental floss in his cheek, and an extra safety pin, and like pieces of yarn and shit, a vegetable, like just useless shit.
He puts a tack in between one of his toes.
Yeah.
This is the dumbest shit.
Yeah.
Is not going to help in any scenario whatsoever.
It's hilarious, man. So let's just touch about some of our favorite parts. Just because I thought of it, though, I want to mention the thing at the end. There's a bit in the end where MacGruber and Piper are going to get Piper's Ryan Philippe. He's the straight man in the movie. Like, he's not really doing any comedy.
No,
he's just playing a serious, like just a dry.
He's not a general. What is he?
Lieutenant?
Maybe a lieutenant. Yeah. Lieutenant. Yeah. So he's playing the serious lieutenant. Go ahead.
Yeah. But they're in the control room or whatever. MacGruber gets on the thing and he sets a trap for it. He's like, we're in the control room. Fuck you. Haha. And they're all coming up to the control room, and they burst open the door, and there's a cup of water that.
And when he says a cup, he means like
a Dixie cup, like a Dixie paper cup of water spills on one of the guys, and their guard man that's in the control room has his fucking throat ripped out, and he's dead, but he's got a cardboard inside that says "You're all wet." I love it. I love it. So stupid.
But the thing is, the guy that gets, quote unquote, gets the water on him doesn't even get very much water on him. It's like a trickle of water.
Right.
Oh man.
Yeah, there's good physical gags in this too.
So right at the top, I love how Powers Booth, he's like, all right, Cunth, it has the warhead. Which Cunth is played by Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer, yeah.
What a name for
his last name, Cunth.
Yeah. What a name
what
for
was his first name?
Dieter von Cunth.
Dieter von Cunth.
His full name. He's got the warhead.
Just fucking
right. And Powers Booth's like, we got to go get MacGruber. And Piper knows, he doesn't know who they're going to get.
Yeah,
but he knows everything about MacGruber. Once he finally sees, he's like,
"Oh yeah."
He's listing off all this shit.
Are you kidding me? Awarded 14 Purple Hearts and 4 Congressional Medals of Honor and 6 whatever, and then starting tight end for the University of Texas El Paso. That was a long time ago.
I love how they throw that in there. Starting tight end.
When he's like, the candle blows out when they walk in,
and
he just turns his head, doesn't look at him, and he's like, Hello, General. He's like, how'd you know where to find me? Touch everything I know, MacGruber. And he just does that backflip.
From sitting down.
Hard ass, like sitting backflip.
Yeah.
Oh, God, it's fucking impressive.
He's like, not everything.
Not everything, Colonel. It's a super quotable movie, man. There's so much fun. There's so much fun with just the silly shit.
Yeah, we could spend the entire episode just quoting this movie. So I like how, MacGruber, initially he's hesitant to join the mission. He joins, but I like how he agrees to join, and he goes to get all of his shit, and he's supposed to be dead. Where his coffin is, he opens the coffin, and his outfit is just
and just laid out in there. His classic outfit from the SNL bits.
Yeah.
There's a bit later when he's talking to Vicky about that vest, and he's like, "I'm glad you didn't get shot because of the vest." He takes the vest off of her, and she's like, "Oh," and he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I've only got 2." He's like,
more of these
"They're
vests.
not expensive, but they're really hard to find."
Oh man,
it like Will Forte is what brings this movie to life.
Yes.
I don't think it's a secret that I like Will Forte. I like a lot of stuff he's in.
Right.
I fucking love The Last Man on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Just a travesty that it got canceled. There was like one season that it had to
kind of lost its way and
exactly. They buttoned it up by the end.
I love how big of a dick MacGruber is to Lieutenant Piper.
Oh yeah,
just because he even says, he's like, I feel threatened by you.
Yeah,
and he's such a dick. There's a scene where he's like, I don't know if this is the exact quote, but he's like, let me guess, a golden boy that thinks his shit doesn't stink. Well, guess what? It does stink. It stinks like shit. It stinks like shit.
He's outrageous in this, man. I love it so much I love it how half the time he actually is a badass. Like when he's ripping all those dudes' throats out, you're like, where the fuck did that come from? Because most of the movie, he's a bumbling idiot.
He's so stupid.
When they walk up on him, that sitting backflip, you got to be a bad, that is not a casual thing that somebody's like, I don't know, I guess I could try it.
Yeah.
No, you have to be quite the athlete to do something like that.
Seriously.
And just fucking wham.
Just nails it.
God, the camera work in this is really fun too. And whoever does the sound design, you got my thumbs up seal of approval.
Okay, so that's one of my favorite things about this goofy movie. The production value that they put into this, across the board, is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's work well done.
For what was it, $10 million?
$10 million. That's nothing. It
really isn't. Yeah,
that's a handy.
Right, they're like. They're like, oh, let's rent some black SUVs. We'll have a couple cool explosions.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, call it a day.
Yeah, yeah. And they did have some cool explosions.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you think of MacGruber's car?
His Miata? Oh my God, I fucking love it. Dude, the some of the montages in this, oh my God, they're so
great.
funny.
Yeah.
When he goes he's doing this really intense scene and he's going to get his gear out of his coffin where he was buried, but he's not actually dead. He opens it up, he's getting his gear on. He's cutting the mullet with the things in the rain.
No, he's not cutting his mullet. He's cutting he had longer hair. He cuts it down to a mullet.
He cuts it down to a mullet. And then he gets his car keys out of there. It's just a lucky rabbit's foot and one key. That's it's the key to his Miata.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, this music's building up. It's getting real intense. Goes to him taking the cover off the car. And you're like, it's showing all these sweet angles. You can tell it's like freshly waxed, like the paint job's looking shiny and nice and stuff. And they're almost like a car commercial, showing you the curves of it instead of the whole car. And then he gets in it and turns on the radio, and it's just like, Rosanna, Rosanna.
That's what's great. It's like, there are several times throughout this movie where it's playing the type of music that you would expect in like a big action flick.
Oh,
like
yeah.
These, like awesome banger songs.
Oh, yeah.
And then it cuts to him in his vehicle, and it's just these shitty 80s songs.
It's all soft rock. Yeah. Just 80s soft rock. It's fucking hilarious.
And everywhere he goes, he takes his radio with him.
Mm-hmm.
So the radio pops out.
Oh, yeah. The old ejectable. It's got the little handle on it.
Yeah. He takes it with him everywhere he goes.
Oh, hell yeah.
And it's so fucking awesome.
Yeah. He's an overconfident badass he's just dumb though.
Here's the thing, and I don't know if I realized it during this watch or maybe the last one. MacGruber's kind of a piece of shit, though.
Oh, he's a huge piece of shit.
Like, he's not an evil person.
No. He will sell out anybody.
He will sell out anybody.
In a second.
Including the people that are on his team.
Oh, yeah.
To save his own skin.
He uses Piper as a human shield.
He uses Vicky.
Vicky's like, is he dead? he's like, oh, fuck yeah, he's dead. And then he sits up. He's like, how'd you know I was wearing a bulletproof vest? Like, yeah, nice.
Wait, you were wearing a bulletproof vest?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
He uses Vicky twice as MacGruber.
Because Cunth's a dirty rat, and rats like cheese. And you, Vicky, are the cheese.
That's pretty good, MacGruber. Nice. So he uses Vicky twice. Once to play a decoy MacGruber, and then the second time to play
Hossbender. Hossbender, dead at the ripe old age of who the fuck cares? Yeah, he's like your costume looks great, Vicky. You know, they're not even gonna know that you're not Haas. And then she walks in there, and she runs back out, and they're shooting. And she's like, they knew it was me right away. like,
hey, that's not Haas. I love whenever
because that's the writing too. She enters and they go, "That's not Haas." Yeah, that's just immediately.
I love whenever she's dressed as him. And she's about to leave. He's like, "Hey, you look really pretty."
Yeah, because she's dressed up like MacGruber.
He's so conceited. All right, so one of my favorite bits in this film is they have a great montage of MacGruber gathering a team. And he gets all these badasses. Oh, dude. Do you remember some of the names?
Oh, fuck yeah. You got Vernon Freedom.
Okay.
Fucking
Tug Phillips.
Tugger Lutz. Fuck. Vernon Freedom.
Tug
Beamer. Tug Beamer. That was one. Tug Beamer.
Hang on, I got you. All right, we got Vernon Freedom, Tut Beamer. Tug Phelps. Tanker Lutz.
Oh, yeah.
Frank Corver.
I forgot about Corver.
So he gathers this team. And
this is the best.
They're
all suiting up.
They're at an airstrip. They're getting in the van to go do the mission.
Oh, dude, they're so pumped. Everybody's like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's go kill.
Right. He's like, hang on, guys. Got to go talk to the brass.
Fuck the brass. So he goes, he talks to the thing, and he's like, oh, please reconsider putting Piper on your team, Mac. And he's like, first of all, see that truck over there? It's full like more than a century worth of combined combat knowledge. And no, bud, you can't ride in the back. He's such a fucking asshole, man. I love it.
It's like, it's got C4 that I personally packed myself.
How's your hand? It's fine. How's your face? It's great. I rammed it into a giant vagina. Whatever he said.
So he's talking shit, and I don't know why does the van explode, though?
Dude, because he's like, he's talking about these guys. He's like, 1,000 years of combat experience. And this fucking, you don't know shit about this. It's a hand-picked team, and the trunk is full of 12 pounds of homemade C4 that I personally packed in with my own two. And then it just explodes. And he immediately runs over there, and he's like, no.
Call 911.
Are you guys okay?
Call 911.
Later, Cunth is like, he's like, oh man, he's like, you're right. I did put together my own team of supervillains, but wouldn't you know it, they all blew up in a truck that I packed with C4. I did it because I'm an idiot, you know. MacGruber's immediately like, oh my god, we have so much in common. Like
I basically did the same thing.
Yeah. No, wait, I didn't do that because I'm not a fucking moron.
Fuck you, God.
Man, there's so much. They are having a fucking blast making this movie.
They really are.
Did you know Val Kilmer got a fucking tracheotomy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Super sad.
Yeah. He looks like a grandma now.
I haven't seen pictures.
He's got that real long hair, and now he wears an ascot because, you know, tracheotomy, I'd wear an ascot too. But
how'd you like the fact that within the first 10 minutes of this film, between MacGruber and the general, they're talking about something's going down. The general's like, but the game has changed.
The players are the same.
They say that twice.
Yeah.
Within the first 10 minutes of this film.
Oh, the game has changed. They've changed the game, but the players are the same. God damn it, Mac, it's Cunth.
It's Cunth. And then I think another classic part in this, after MacGruber accidentally blows up his team, he has to beg Piper to join his his new team.
Yeah, he's just in the office. He's like, please, I'm so fucking stupid. I'm begging you. Blew them off. I screwed up. I'll suck your fucking dick. I'll fuck you. You can fuck me.
Point to something in the room.
I'll fuck it for you. Just tell me what you want me to fuck.
I love how it's like the camera is pointed on Piper, and then it turns around, and all of a sudden, MacGruber's pants are just down, waiting.
The general walks in. He walks in, he's like, MacGruber stands up, puts his pants on, just calm as you like. And he's like, sorry, sir. Piper just gives him like a very formal head nod on his way out. Whoo, man. They make a good, unlikely trio, the three of them.
Right.
I like the way they go to a event that gets put on or whatever, but they dress like it's still the 80s. Everybody else is dressed modern, but MacGruber's like got his hair slicked back, wearing a white suit.
Yeah.
Vicky's got the big hair like a prom dress or whatever.
Another thing that MacGruber sucks at is just giving everything away. Like literally all of the secrets that they have, he just immediately gives them away.
Oh, yeah.
Cunth thinks he's dead in the beginning.
Yeah, everybody thinks he's dead. It's been 10 years.
Right. He just goes to his place of business and announces that he is very much alive. Like, he just fucks up.
He's so stupid.
Everything.
Yeah.
But somehow it always works out for him.
Yeah. You watched the show, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, me too. What'd you think of the show in comparison to this?
I think it holds up.
I think it holds up too.
I think it's fucking amazing. It's a continuance of really
it's
funny movie.
It's just a longer sequel.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. And I think they're making a second movie.
Oh my God. That would be the best.
I'm pretty sure they're making a second movie.
That's the real trilogy. There it is. The Holy Trinity, if you will, of MacGrubering.
Are there any other parts that you kind of want to we could talk about it.
I could talk about the whole fucking movie. I will say though, my favorite bit, like for the way that it's scored, the sound design, the camera work, and how the dialogue's written is when they walk in, like the part that I already talked about, when they walk in that room and he does that backflip.
Yeah.
It's just such a fucking cool, it's shot neat with the panning and stuff. His feet fucking pound the ground when he does that backflip, and you hear that wow, that like cougar noise or whatever it is.
Because if you've never seen it,
but they've got it. It's like the cougar noise layered over an explosion.
Yeah,
and it's like, you know what I mean? It's a cool sound, and they work it into shit so seamlessly.
And at that point, the movie is still so serious. You know what I mean? It hasn't really...
That backflip is what lets you know that it's silly time.
Yeah.
Because it seems relatively genuine up until that point.
It does.
It seems like any other, they're
action...
chasing a guy in the desert, it's military cars and maybe assassins or whatever.
Right.
How many movies have you seen like that?
So many.
They even have the... whatever camera lens that is they put on that's just like, it's Afghanistan now.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Like how they do that with Ozark. Everything's a little blue.
I think I saw a meme about that. Like Ozark. Yeah. Like the actual Ozarks and then Ozark the show.
Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. Yeah, man, I like everything about this is my problem.
Yeah.
Even when he goes to visit Vicky St. Elmo for the first time and she's in there, she's playing her fucking keyboard and singing a song. She's like just fucking getting into it. The whole house is fucking early 80s as fuck.
Yeah.
There's like little porcelain angels and shit on the wall. It's very
Vicky.
It's got a look, you know what I'm saying?
Vicky St. Elmo and MacGruber are both stuck in the 80s.
Oh, for sure.
And they're made for each other though.
Just those two.
Right. In the movie, like just those two people.
Yeah. Everyone
else is like modern day.
Right. when he's like, so Piper tells MacGruber, he's like, so when are you going to make your move? What are you talking about?
Get out of here.
You're loco, man.
And it shows the subtitles.
You're crazy, man.
Once in the whole film. God damn, it's so funny. So eventually, Mac and Vicky St. Elmo, they fall in love. And things kind of almost go down like they did with MacGruber's first wife.
Mm-hmm.
Cunth tries to kill her. I just love the overkill. Cunth tries to kill her. He fails. MacGruber pushes him off a cliff and then shoots him with a machine gun / grenade launcher, and then urinates on his body.
Yeah.
Did you happen to watch like during the credits? It shows like wedding photos.
Oh my God, yeah.
So there's one where after they're wheeling Cunth's body off, or like while they're wheeling his body off on the stretcher, there's a picture of MacGruber taking a shit on Cunth.
Oh,
it's just
man.
such an ass. Man.
Yeah. It's very amusing because sometimes he is a little endearing. You know what I mean?
He is, but most of the time it's like, man, this guy is kind of a piece of shit.
Right. I like the running gag where it's like that guy cut him off in traffic, or he's like, "Nice car, dickhead." Talking about his Miata.
He remembers that guy's plate.
Yeah. Later in the movie, Piper's like in a stakeout van or whatever, and he sees MacGruber's notebook and he starts flipping through it, and it's just that license plate, like scribbled in like a madman.
And over again.
Yeah. Like it looks like a crazy person did it. And he's like, what the fuck is that about? And later, MacGruber sees that guy. Yeah. He just like trashes. He's like, oh, my lucky day. Smashes all his windows and shit.
I love
it.
While he's doing that, he's just talking to the general. Like, everything's cool. Mm-hmm. He's just fucking smashing he keys his car first. Smashes the windows.
MacGruber figures out he's going to bomb the Gettysburg Address. And there's a bit where he's like, he's going to nuke the Gettysburg Address. And he's running off screen. And then he's coming back and he's got the gas can. Like, he wasn't running to leave to save the world. He was just running to get the gas can before the guy came back.
To burn the guy's car that cut him off.
Car on fire. Who just insulted his Miata. That's it. I don't even think he cuts him off. He just drives by. He's like, nice car, dickhead.
Oh, yeah, he does it. He just... God, he's fucking crazy, man. All right. You want to rate this puppy?
Yeah, rate this puppy.
If you had 10 thumbs and they were all Mazda Miatas.
Fuck. Mazda Miatas?
Miata?
I think it's Miata. Is it Miata?
Miata? No, I think it's Miata. Sorry.
Okay, all right, yeah. 10 Mazda Miata thumbs.
Yeah. What would you give it?
Man, I have to go 9 on this because this has got mileage.
On the Miata?
Yeah, on the Miata. Because they're old, you know what I'm saying?
What year do you think that car is?
It's shit.
The 90s, right?
I don't know. Let's find out. What year is the Mazda Miata in MacGruber, the movie? 1996 Mazda MX-5 Miata M Edition.
Nice.
Ooh.
96.
96.
You know what? I like your 9. I'm going to have to agree with you there.
Yeah? I could watch this. We could go in the other room instead of watching the movie we're going to watch, and you could be like, you want to watch MacGruber? And I would go, yeah.
100.
Yeah, sure. Just put it on. We could do a totally different thing. Like,
right.
It's like, I don't know, if we're just like, sometimes like me and my lady will just like have some drinks and talk in the kitchen or whatever. Let's put on MacGruber. Just because every now and then I can glance over at it and go, nah.
that part.
Yeah, look at that. That's silly.
It's so
she's
fun.
Singing, but she's not very good. She's not bad, but
her lyrics are the best, man. Vicky St. Elmo. Oh,
Vicky St. Elmo.
What a name.
You get it, right? You get it. If you're a cool teen like us and have seen St. Elmo's Fire, you get it.
Check out MacGruber and check out the TV series afterwards. It's all gold.
Just a continuation
Just
of it. Yeah.
Silly.
But if you're into like slapstick comedy, I mean, like we're giving it a 90. So if you're into slapstick comedy and for some reason you've not seen it, put it up there. Check it out.
For sure.
So we are going to go watch MacGyver, the made-for-TV movie Trail to Doomsday, which you for some reason own.
Well, you know,
deliberately purchased at one point. You were like,
No,
you know what I
come
need?
on.
You know what I need? A MacGyver.
Come on.
You got it for the podcast, though, didn't you?
Yeah, I actually did get it for the podcast.
That's awesome. That's awesome. No, that's great, man. You said it's like a two disc deal.
So it's 1 disc, 2 movies.
Okay.
2 TV movies.
I can relate to that. 2 movies.
It's just 2 movies.
It's just 2 movies.
On 1 DVD.
On 1 DVD for MacGyver, the TV movie set.
That's right.
Nice. Yeah. So we're going to go check out Trail to Doomsday, MacGyver Trail to Doomsday.
Yep.
And we'll be back. Here's a word from our sponsors, and then we'll talk about that.
Bud.
And no, you can't ride in the back, bud.
Tonight on Deliberately Unsolved Mysteries, the murder of Gleemore Stevens.
You know, a lot of people say you'd be a better man if you knew Gleemore. Those people be full of shit.
On the night of December 27th, 1989, Gleeman Stevens, standing at the local bridge by the local river, filled with local fog.
I knew Gleemore back in primary. He's why I don't have a left leg. At that Stevens boy? He's a real piece of shit.
Gleemore? I fucking hated him.
I heard he died. I didn't care.
Piece of shit.
May he rot in hell, a dirty son of a bitch. I heard one time he stepped on a caterpillar.
You know, one time he kicked my dog in the ear.
Just, what a piece of shit. What the fuck's the matter with you, man? You kick my fucking dog in the ear, I'll kill you. I watched him choke the life out of one of my horses. I hope he rots in hell. I don't give a damn who did it.
Stole a seashell from my house. I fucking hate that guy.
Oh, yeah, what a piece of shit.
One time, he told me that he left me a tip. I let him borrow my car. He told me he left me a tip in the ashtray. And when I got my car back and I looked in the ashtray, he just mashed up a bunch of beanie weenies. Guy's a fucking prick.
What a piece of shit.
Listen, he was my son. I loved him. But, he used to deliberately shit his pants. Like 8 months ago. It's embarrassing.
Really? What did that make you feel?
He's been hard on my family, having him. Quite frankly, we're glad he's gone. He was so mean. He was so mean all the time. I would just ask him, just be like, what's the matter? And he'd say things like, fuck you, Steven.
He painted my fence blue. What was he doing there? And who was he meeting?
Yeah, I was supposed to meet him there. He was gonna buy like $12 worth of methamphetamines off me. And, I went there and I saw him hanging from his toes in that tree. And, I tried to tickle him, but he wouldn't wake up. Oh, yeah, no, I know him. Yeah, no, I killed him. No, I had to have him sign for a package. He told me to kiss his ass, so I took my pen and I...
Police and investigators are still unsure of what happened in this gruesome mystery. And until next time, on Deliberately Unsolved Mysteries, I'm Kent, fuck you.
I don't know.
Brief interjection from your program. I just wanted to throw out a couple of special thanks for the folks that make this show possible. Big thanks to Brad Sexton for our jams, Lamplighter Productions for our artwork, Godsized Growing for some musical guest appearances, and Dave, who's our YouTube editor. We probably wouldn't even be on that platform were it not for him. If you want to check out anything any of these amazing people are working on, all of their links are in the description for this episode. If you want to contact the show, you can hit us up on Twitter or Instagram at It's Just Two Movies. We've got a Facebook page now, so that's on there. You can always leave us a comment on YouTube, or you can email us at itsjusttwomovies@gmail.com. Okay, yeah, and if you like the show, like, subscribe, leave us a review. That stuff helps tremendously. So anyway, back to the show. We are back, and the movie that we said that we were going to watch didn't work.
Didn't play. Wouldn't play.
Didn't play, wouldn't play.
Gonna get my money back.
Yeah, gotta get our money back. So instead, we watched the other one. MacGyver, Lost Treasure of Atlantis is a 1994 action-adventure made for TV movie. I don't know what the runtime was. It's pretty short.
Hour 33.
Hour 33. It's got a 6.3 out of 10 on IMDb. 93% of Google users like this movie.
Must be a lot of MacGyver
That's a
fans
fucking
out there.
wide margin. Stars Richard Dean Anderson as Angus MacGyver.
What a name.
Brian Blessed as Atticus something. They said his last name. I don't know what it is.
I don't remember.
Sophie Ward as Kelly Carson. Carson, keep your shirt on. Oliver Ford Davies as Professor Carson. And I mean, that's pretty much it. Tim Woodward as one of the bad guys.
Colonel Petrovich, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Christian Burgess as Lloyd Cyril Cleave at your service.
At your service.
At your service. So we watched this with the, cause MacGruber, MacGyver. They're cut from the same cloth.
Yes, there's the tie in there.
This one seemed to me to be leaning way more Indiana Jones.
Oh, dude. It's heavy on the Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
And even though, so Indiana Jones started in the early 80s. This was made in 94. So what was the idea here? Were they like...
They were like, people love Indiana Jones.
Yeah, where they're like,
let's do a bit of that.
The success of Indiana Jones, let's do that for MacGyver, the TV movie.
Yeah.
I guess.
Does this predate Jurassic Park? Do you know? Like the OGJP?
The MacGyver movie?
Yeah. 94. Like, when did Jurassic Park come out?
93.
Ooh, so this postdates Jurassic Park. So they're like, man, people are loving archaeology. Let's give them a bit of that.
I wonder,
So what happens in this? What would you say is the through line here?
It's all about Atlantis, the lost city of Atlantis.
Is it, though? Because I feel like 95% of the movie is about an ark, which they keep referring to it as an ark, but they make sure to say that it is not the Ark of the Covenant. It's the ark of a different thing. And they're like, oh, it has these rings so you can put a stick in it to carry it, because so two people can carry it. They even talk about like how it's heavy. Right. And they're just fucking flinging it around like it's just made of fucking styrofoam, which I'm sure it is.
This is kind of all over the place.
Yeah, they're like Atlantis, but literally 90% of the movie is about that ark,
right,
which is just a box. I mean, it's a big box, but
Well, it's the key to finding the way to Atlantis, right?
Well, inside the box is a key to a thing that's the key to discovering Atlantis. But to open the box, guess what you need?
A medallion?
A 6-pack, baby. 6-pack and a crowbar. 6-pack crowbar, a couple hours to kill.
6-pack of Bush,
you
or
get
what?
that motherfucker open.
You think it's Natty Light?
Well, you couldn't.
Think it's Stag?
You couldn't. I kind of wish they would have leaned into the Ark of the Covenant thing. I read a conspiracy theory one time that somebody was like, the Ark of the Covenant was just a giant capacitor, and that practically would track. But I think that it's a delightful thing that you can't touch the Ark of the Covenant, and it's just a box. What's in the box? You don't know. You can't touch the box, so it almost doesn't matter.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like I was going to say, this film is kind of all over the place, and like you said, very Indiana Jones heavy. I was really bummed that we weren't able to watch,
because the MacGyver-y stuff he does is good.
It really is. It's
Yeah.
cool. We're like, oh shit, that's kind of cool. But I was really bummed that we weren't able to watch, what was it? Trail to
Doomsday
Trail to
or something
Doomsday.
like that. Me too, because it was like a perfect tie-in.
So much closer to MacGruber.
I wonder if that's where they got the idea for the movie. You know what I mean?
So actually, I was reading about MacGruber, the movie, and it said that the director, which I don't even think we said that Jorma Tacome directed MacGruber. He was heavily influenced by
I don't think so.
Die Hard.
Oh no, that tracks.
So that really tracks.
Yeah.
But yeah, going back to this film, really bummed that we didn't get to watch the other one. I feel like it would have tied in better. I still had a lot of fun with this. I'm not
because it's even like a nuclear thing. Like there's nuclear
The other
warheads
movie,
or whatever. Yeah. So
This one is just
definitely closer cut there, but we still watched this one.
Yeah. The problem with this film is, though, where is the tie-in with the bad guy?
Dude, the problem with this film is I'm not getting enough Brian Blessed in there, who plays Atticus, whatever, the doctor.
Enough. He's in the whole film.
Yeah, I know.
What are you talking?
I know. Amp it up. Dial it up is what I'm saying. Him and the other old doctor guy, Oliver Ford Davies. Man, those two were cracking me the fuck up.
Yeah, their voices.
Yeah, we talked about some really good if we were going to remake this modern day. I'll say let's not get into that yet, but I think we've got a dream cast for this that's not exactly Sega, if you know what I'm saying.
Right. So what if you were going to give a rundown on this, though? Like, that's my issue is...
Fuck, they do a bunch of archaeology. It seems like, for most of the movie, that Angus MacGyver wishes he was doing anything else.
Something else.
Anything else. He doesn't like being in the catacombs. He doesn't like being an archaeologist. He's solving puzzles and shit, and he's taking precautions because he knows his mechanics and stuff. But fucking hell, he's not into it.
This doesn't seem like MacGyver.
Maybe that's part of his character. Maybe, because although I've seen some MacGyver, the show...
You don't remember it.
I don't remember it, certainly, but I don't remember him being, like, hating every minute of everything. And I won't say he's hating it, he just doesn't...
Not really hating it, but
I can tell he just doesn't care.
He's just kind of phoning it in.
Yeah.
It seems...
Yeah.
Like,
not
even
that hair, though.
Oh.
Good Lord. Wow. Maybe he's born with it. But if I was a betting man...
Maybe it's MacGyver.
Word on the street is it's Maybelline. Mavel Bean. Navel Bean.
Ladies Bean.
Navel Bean. That's it. Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's Navel Bean.
Maybe it's Navel Bean. Could you give us like a short...
Yeah, so they're him and the doc, he's like, MacGyver! You were always my best pupil. He's just a ridiculous doctor with a hilarious accent. He's very excitable, and he's the best part of the movie.
He really is.
He really is. So him and this doctor, they're in the catacombs. They're looking for a thing. It's like a key to Atlantis. They find a thing, and it's a key. And then they find another thing that it's a key to, and it's also a key. There's a key inside of it once they get the key to get in it. They take that other key. He knows where to go. They go to the thing. There's bad guys there trying to get part of the puzzle, you know. It's like any of the Uncharted games, and it's just that.
It really is.
It's that. There's a bad guy that got the same thing as a treasure. Don't even worry about it. They get to the thing, and it turns out, wow, maybe the treasure the whole time was just knowledge. Yeah. Wow.
Atlantis, the key to Atlantis is not the gold that it will bring you.
Yeah.
It is just the knowledge.
The knowledge
that life gives.
Yeah.
Here's my problem with this film.
Okay.
Where did the Russians tie in?
Nowhere.
At all. To any of this.
Because they were in...
The area?
Where were they? They were just in that area. Yeah, wherever they just got back from. Where were they? I don't remember. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
They were in a place where Russians were. Don't even worry about it.
Oh, Balkan Peninsula.
The Balkan Peninsula.
Balkan?
The Balkans. I think it's a long A. I think it's like a ball. Like a ball. It's like a sack. But kins.
Right.
Ball seconds.
Yeah, man. That's my biggest issue with this.
That they're just like, Russians.
What
Let's
about
just
put them in there? Yep.
You gotta have a big bad.
You
gotta have
do,
a big
and
bad.
they are, but
in the 90s, in the early 90s, every bad guy everywhere was either a nondescript Asian evil ninja, a Russian, or a German in everything.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially in made-for-TV movies from shows from the 80s.
I think we can agree that our favorite part of this entire movie was Brian Blessed.
Oh, hands down, yeah. Atticus, Dr. Atticus Britishman.
Whatever, right? Yeah.
Dr. Atticus Britishman. Oh, MacGyver at your service.
He's laying it on thick, but man, he's having fun.
He's having a blast, and the easiest part of this whole watching the movie experience and like, what would we do differently?
Yeah.
The best part about this is he is a dead fucking ringer for present day Jack Black. He's a dead ringer. He's even got the haircut, and you could even be like...
A little bit of the beard.
We talked about it, like, doing it a couple ways. Like, I think we settled on, if we could get Jack Black as the Doctor,
Yep.
Dr. Atticus,
Yes.
we would get Jack Black to do his best impression of this guy that's actually playing Dr. Atticus, whatever.
Correct.
I think that would make for a better film, but also, you could just get Jack Black as himself. Like, just change his name, but just be like, be your thing. And he'd be like, and the writing was written on the wall. You know, rick-a-goo, goo.
I like that, but it's been done.
Oh, it's been done to death. That's why it would be funnier to have him do. Yeah, just an earnest impression of that guy.
Yes, exactly. So we also decided that MacGyver, Angus
MacGyver.
I have to say his full name.
Yeah.
Angus
Yeah.
MacGyver.
The neon light goes out and it's just Anus MacGyver. You know what I'm saying?
Oops.
Whoops.
Cut. He would be played by Tony Cavallero.
Oh, hands down, man.
And it would be fantastic.
Tony Cavallero, if you're not familiar, give him a Google. Very funny guy. He's not in a ton of stuff that's like really in the public eye.
Right.
But he's in The Righteous Gemstones as kind of a offside character.
Mm-hmm.
Hilarious. And he was in a film Jackson and I watched for the podcast.
That's right.
Where he plays Beaverine.
Beaverine.
Yeah, which is hilarious. Like that. Okay, the movie, it's whatever. But honestly, if you like Tony Cavallero, it's worth a watch just to see him in it. Because
Right.
he is in it for like half an hour, and it's very funny.
Nice. I feel like he's kind of an up-and-comer as far as...
He's funny, man. He's very funny.
Him as like a... I don't want to say an awkward MacGyver, but just like a...
How about a super soldier beaver with adamantium teeth? I'm just kidding.
So we've got Tony Cavallero as MacGyver, Jack Black as Atticus. Did we replace Kelly Carson as the love interest?
We
I don't
didn't.
think we really
we
touched
didn't.
on that.
We did Paul Rudd as the bad guy Englishman because he was just like an everyman.
So I guess this would be, we're kind of casting it as current day.
But we wanted to do Paul Rudd as himself.
Yes.
Like,
and he even says, like...
He's not doing a character. He's like, when he introduces himself, he's like, Paul Rudd, at your service.
Right.
Hey, you know what I mean?
He's just the bad guy.
And they'll just be like, God damn it, Paul Rudd! It's very funny. Carver, Paul Rudd!
So this is going to be present day, so I feel like we kind of have to replace Kelly Carson. And the easy thing to do would just be Kristen Wiig, but...
She's so funny. You could do Tina Fey would also.
I was going to say like the other Saturday Night Live
easy cop out
ladies.
Yeah, both very very funny. But they got to fit the age gap. So who did we get to play MacGruber? Tony Cavallero. How old's he? 30s. Mid 30s probably.
He was born in 83.
Okay, so he's almost 40.
Yeah,
So you need to get somebody about 40s. How about who's funny though? Well, she wasn't funny though. She was like the straight man character.
Yeah, that's true.
Actually, MacGyver was the straight man. It was so weird because he wasn't digging any of it.
He tried to be funny though, but he just wasn't.
And he hates getting laid, I guess. Because there's the bit where she's like, "Are you finally flirting with me?" And he's like, "No, actually, I'm here for a favor."
He doesn't say no, but the way he kind of shoots her down there, and we were both like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, she's cute.
She's flirting with you and
hard.
Yeah,
like real hard, multiple times.
Even says it.
Yeah, what'd she say another time? She's like, I used to have such a crush on you. Oops, this experiment's done. That's good timing.
I think that's when
he just like has a dumb look on his face, and he's like, oh.
But I think that's when he finally realizes, like, oh shit, maybe she does like me. I'm a fucking idiot.
Ape like where banana, you know? There's something about the reward system isn't clicking there with old MacGyver.
Oh, MacGyver.
MacGyver.
We did say earlier, there were a lot of really cool...
I want to get John Lithgow as the other like old English doctor, just so John Lithgow and Jack Black can both do the British accents and have an argument.
That guy was her grandpa in that.
Right.
Yeah.
So you would need somebody that would be the age of John Lithgow's grandchildren.
You just said his name.
Lithgow.
Different.
Yeah, I'm covering all my bases.
Yeah, you got it.
When somebody can be like, oh, yeah, actually, it's Lithgow. And I'm like, I know, I just misspoke one time. You know, you ever misspeak? Of course you do.
You ever done that?
Suck it.
You ever done a thing? Would you agree? Well, obviously, we said our favorite part is Atticus.
Oh, hands down.
But the next best thing I think would be all the shit that MacGyver does. Which, another issue I have with this, I feel
He didn't do a lot of it.
I was getting ready to say, I feel like
Three
there's not
things.
enough of
Three
the
things.
MacGyverness
No.
here to warrant.
I guess part of the MacGyverness, they want you to be like, when he finds out the arc is magnetic. Like, that's not MacGyver-y, though.
Right. He's known for...
That's just a man noticing a magnetic
He's
field.
known for getting out of a jam.
Yeah, I wanted more getting out of a jam. Nobody's jamming him up.
Right.
He needs to get fucking jammed up, is what I'm saying. He's
gotta
jammed up plenty in it, but a lot of times they're just like, well, this will sort itself out.
I will say...
No, he does 5, because remember, he sets up the spilling dish or whatever. I forgot about that.
Spilling
I was like,
dish.
he's going to get in that suit of
In
armor.
the end,
Yeah.
I will say my favorite part of this, absolute favorite part of it.
Say it. I dare you.
You want me to say it?
I want you to tell me what it is while you're looking it up.
So at one point, MacGruber is not in this. MacGyver. I knew I was gonna do that. MacGyver and the professor dress up as Russians.
Oh, yeah, I love it.
So they get caught eventually. They've got to find a way out. They do, because he's MacGyver.
Yeah.
They dress up as Russians. They find a Jeep in a locked shed.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have an engine, though.
Right.
And he's like,
Because I can tie rockets
hang
to it.
He ties 2 rockets
Yeah.
to the back of this Jeep, which is fucking amazing. This is my favorite part of the film. Ties 2 rockets to the back of the Jeep.
This is almost like Little Rascals-esque. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Less MacGyver, more Little Rascals this bit.
So after he does that, they're about ready to go. He's like, oh shit, they're trying to get in. The Russians are trying to get in the door. He's like, well, they're going to open it for us, so I have a little bit more time. He grabs some wire, attaches the wire to the Jeep,
Mm-hmm.
and then attaches the other end of the wire to a grenade
Yep.
to the pin. So that way when they pull out...
Dolphin dive high five. Eat.
That way when they leave this little garage, it blows up the garage, which holds all of the ammunition.
Like 2 fireworks and a bunch of smoke bombs.
And like 2 other grenades.
Yeah, yeah.
That was my favorite part of the film, though, because like...
It's good stuff.
It's so ridiculous.
I like it when they very obviously put the very obvious puzzle piece in the very obvious, like, the key in the hole, and they're all like, they fucking suck the air out of the room. Whoa. So much in wonderment. Yeah, because it's the same shape. That's it. They're just like, what would go in there? Probably the other thing. Probably the other sacred object that we've had in our possession.
You know what's not super cool?
What's not super cool?
The fact that Atticus turned on MacGyver.
Oh, yeah.
And you kind of called that.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm pretty sure almost everybody is a bad guy.
Yeah,
except for
everybody's a bad guy.
The girl.
Yeah.
Man, I did not
This is not passing the Bechdel test, where, like, if essentially the Bechdel test is take a female character in a movie. If she was a man, does her role still make sense? Not really.
Right.
So it doesn't. She's like, why are you here? You're just eye candy. You're just eye candy. That's it. You don't do anything to drive the story. You're just an added character shoehorned in to go, what do we do, MacGyver?
Well, she does a
Boom.
She does a little bit. Let's give her some credit here, Danny.
She I mean,
Come on.
don't get me wrong.
She's a professor.
She's a woman of agency. She's like a...
She's a professor.
About to get her fucking ass beat. Just kidding. Jokes.
Give her some credit here. She's a professor, and she joins the mission.
She does join the mission against the wishes of her grandpapa.
Because she's got a boner for MacGyver.
She got a hard boner for MacGyver. And
Yep.
she's like, well, fuck me, right? Literally. No. MacGyver, will you? And he's like, no.
I don't know.
I don't know. I tell you what, though. I know how to use this fucking chain. This piece of hook here is a fulcrum. I can lean back in this chair over this electrical grid
when he's...
and fill a fucking light socket with lighter fluid and then smash a light bulb on it and it'll burst into flames and blow the lock and we'll get the fuck out of here. But he can't be like, she's obviously just trying to have sex with you. He can't be like, all right, yeah.
It's
Wink.
almost as if he's kind of a MacGruber.
It almost is as if he's MacGruber.
Got
And
it.
again, I don't know if that's part of the TV show. I don't recall. Imagine
I don't think
that.
it is because I thought
A show that I haven't watched since the early 90s.
Right.
When I was an infant, maybe.
It was in the it aired in the 80s, right? Like the late 80s, mid to late 80s.
Yeah, I think so. MacGruber, or
maybe the whole 80s.
MacGruber, the TV show, he'd have got taken off TV so fucking fast. There's a bit where a man blows up and MacGruber's wearing his skin. It's fucking ridiculous.
Oh, you mean in the TV series?
In the TV series, yeah, I would have got taken off air so fast. Well, what else do you think about this? Is there anything else that you're like dying and burning to say about old MacGyver and the hunt for Atlantis? They find it. The treasure was knowledge the whole time.
The scrolls. That was the knowledge.
Yeah,
and then
really, knowledge is it's the strongest. The pen is mightier than the sword.
The pen is mightier than the sword in the sense.
The pen is mightier than the sword.
I had fun with this. I had more fun with this than I thought I would.
Oh, same.
It is cheesy. The acting's not great most of the time.
Some of it's good though.
No, that's the thing. It's not bad.
The guy that plays Dr. Atticus, man, he's having a fucking blast. Like he's taking this to 11, and I'm loving every minute of it.
It's a little too much. No. Let me take that back.
Yeah,
it's a little much.
Yeah,
he's kind of going, like you said, he's kind of going to 11. He doesn't necessarily. He could be like at a 9.
It's not. He could stay right where he's at if everybody else would bring it to a 7.
Yeah,
but everybody else is like 5.5.
MacGyver's so yeah,
whatever.
That's fine.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, we can go there.
Yeah, fine.
When do we need to be there? 20 minutes.
I hate being in these tombs. Isn't this exciting, MacGyver? We're down here looking at this. Now he's Australian. We're down here looking at this bloody fucking
MacGyver.
MacGyver. You looking at my wife, mate?
Garwin. What are you doing down here?
Hey, down here punching a dart.
That's the thing. Atticus is at a 12. MacGyver's at like a 6. We need to even them out.
Yeah,
a little bit more.
So just whatever shrinks the deficit there. You know what I mean? And it would be fine either way. That's why I think Jack Black would be so fucking great in this. But
yeah,
that's all I've really got for it. Do you have any? Is there a thing that you're like, I did like this, or I hated this?
No, I had a good time with this. There's still a lot of issues with the movie.
So what do you want to go for, like bad movie enjoyment, like just a drinking movie to put on and have some laughs at how terrible it is? Actually, before you answer that question, if you had thumbs,
okay,
and all of your thumbs were they're keys,
scrolls?
It doesn't matter, they're keys.
Oh, okay, you want to do keys?
Actually, no, there'd be scrolls because knowledge is the
thumbs. Real
treasure. After all, when you think about it.
Did you get that?
What did you say?
Knowledge is... I was like, because knowledge is thumbs.
That's true. Knowledge is thumbs.
The more thumbs you have, the more...
Thumbs are knowledge. Look, you find me a creature in the animal kingdom that can do geometry that doesn't have thumbs. If I can give you every dollar bill I have, baby.
Every money that you have.
Every money I got. Every money I get it so far.
Every Thursday, every other Friday.
You can have it.
Is yours.
You can have it.
Okay. If I had 10 thumbs and they were all scrolls of knowledge from Atlantis. Got to be very specific there.
Yep. They abolished slavery, treated men and women as equals, and invented democracy.
Yes. Correct.
What a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive.
We can't get the KKK to stop.
Right.
Just quit. Just quit.
Stop being dumb. The higher the score, the more the enjoyment, correct?
That is correct.
That is correct. That is correct?
Oh, so sorry. You didn't ask in the form of a question.
All right. I'm going to give this a solid 8.
Okay.
I had a good time with this.
I'm liking that. Yeah, I'm going to give it a 9. Like,
really?
I know I just gave the previous movie a 9. Maybe I'm in an elevated mood. Maybe I'm feeling generous. I don't know what it is, man,
it was fun.
We had a lot of laughs at this, and it was mostly that guy when he's like, "My goodness, Sigma, MacGyver, you were always my favorite student."
He says that like 10 times.
Oh my God, he fucking loves it, man. He's fucking having a great old time. I loved him, and I just the whole time was imagining him as Jack Black because they are dead ringers.
One and alike.
Especially now that Jack Black's older, you know what I mean? Like you go Google a picture of Jack Black today and then Google a screenshot of this guy from this movie, and you'd be like, oh yeah, I see that.
Yeah. But that's it. It's really interesting because that's kind of how I feel about MacGyver and Tony Cavallero. Like, I straight up saw his face. When I was looking at I was like,
when you said it, I was like, bro, that's the one.
Yeah.
That's
so it's like those two characters.
Dude,
if we remade this,
they would have great chemistry on screen.
Yeah.
I think.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I think so. Yeah, because Tony Cavallero. I think Tony Cavallero, when Jack Black does do something outrageous and goofy, Tony Cavallero can just roll with it.
Yeah.
Like he can not laugh at it or be like, what the fuck? Like, not be taken off by it. He can just immediately roll into the next gag.
Yep.
And that would be advantageous for this pairing. It's weird.
If this was our movie,
it would be a comedy, but
yeah. If this was our movie,
I would make it more MacGyver-y. I would just have him get out of more cinches by using what's at hand. Because he does it like 4 or 5 times. And
if this was our movie, who would, like, you have to have Kyle Gass in there somewhere.
KG?
Yeah. Just because Jack Black's in it,
I'd have him be oh my god, the henchman that works for Paul Rudd that actually steals the arc into key
or whatever.
Yeah, that would just be hilarious.
The art, yeah.
But I would have him, like, they put the stubble beard on him and shit. So maybe give him like a dead eye and a fucking scar on his face.
Like all the way down.
Just to make him look really sinister. You know what I mean?
Be wearing like a robe for some reason.
Oh, absolutely.
Like
yeah.
what?
Yeah. Just have him look fucking extra creepy and shit. Because Kyle Gass, he's a very funny guy.
Oh, man. He's one of the best. So you're going to go 9.
I'm going 9.
8.
Going 8. That's solid.
That's really solid. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a solid. Yeah. So do you know what it's time for?
What's it time for, Dan?
That's what I asked you. I'm asking you if you know what time it is for. It's 10:21.
Hang on. I know what it's time for.
Okay.
Real quick, I got it.
What's the time for?
Another beer.
Hey, what you watching?
What you watching? Still watching Seinfeld.
Are you for real?
Yeah, I've been going through Seinfeld.
It's been months.
Has it?
You've been at Seinfeld. You've been at old Seinfeld for a while.
Well, I don't watch it every day.
Gotcha. Well, there's a lot of it too.
And
you know what I'm saying?
Here's the thing.
It's a dense show.
Here's the thing. I love Seinfeld, the show. His stand-up bits within it, some of them are funny. Some of it's like, come on.
Low-hanging fruit, yeah.
It's just dry humor.
No, I'm with you.
That's part of the shtick, I guess.
Seinfeld did amazing things for the sitcom format. Regardless if you like the show or not,
it set the tone.
It's like I'm not a fan of the Beatles. I don't really care for the Beatles. They got a couple of songs that I like, but everybody's like, oh, the fucking Beatles, I'm gonna come so hard. I'm just like, it's fine. It's
right.
You know what I mean? It's fine. It's whatever. But I understand that the Beatles led us to an important jump in music theory, music composition, stuff like that. Same with Seinfeld for the
That's
sitcom.
The thing, as I'm watching Seinfeld, and then I'm like, some of the shit that they do within the show and say, I'm like, how the fuck did they get away with saying and doing some of these things in the 90s? Like, I don't know. I love it. It's like
it's a time capsule.
Right.
Yeah.
What else? I've been playing the game Spiritfarer.
So I've heard. Yeah, you've sent me a couple of messages about it. I think I'm probably gonna jump on it.
Yeah, it's described as a cozy management game about death.
Okay.
Which is kind of a bummer, but
heavy topic, man. It's a heavy topic.
It does end on man, I can't fucking talk.
Cliffhanger?
Yes. But they are doing another season. I was worried that it was just going to be a one-off.
Yeah.
And it was going to get randomly canceled like so many Netflix shows do.
Right. Well, that's what Netflix is luckily talking about, restructuring their release format or whatever.
Severance, if you don't know what it is, it's a show. It's an Apple TV program.
Yeah. A television program.
A television program about what if you were able to separate or to sever your work and home life.
Like you don't remember work when you're at home and you don't remember home when you're at work.
Yes. And if we've talked about this before and you're listening, I'm sorry. But
no, we've touched on it briefly a couple of times.
It's a really fucking good show. It is a little bit of a slow burn. I will say like the final 3 or 4 episodes is it really picks up its steam and kind
Yeah.
of figures out what it is.
There was a listener, I don't remember who it was. Somebody else was telling me that they started Severance, and I was like, I hear, you know, Birdman on the show. He's telling me it's great, but it starts a little slow, and it's kind of a slow burn
It really
deal.
does.
And they were like, well, I hope it picks up steam, because I think they'd watched like one episode or half of one episode.
Oh, you have to watch like 3 episodes.
Yeah, to get in on it.
But the cast is tremendous.
Yeah.
Adam Scott.
Mm-hmm. Johnny Cavallero, John Candy.
Right.
Just
No, John Turturro.
ooh.
Right. Christopher Walken.
Mm.
Patricia Arquette, who plays a really
She's
creepy...
very funny.
Not in this.
Yeah, she's creepy as shit in this.
Yeah.
She's funny though.
Fuck yeah,
she's got some
creepy.
chops.
And then just some of the other, like, I don't want to say no names, but lesser known actors.
Yeah.
Just fantastic. Britt Lower, Zach Cherry. Yeah. Anyways, Severance is great. Check that out. What about you, man?
Bro,
Get into it.
it's been 3 weeks since I sat down here and recorded something to the day. I have not taken that long of a break in podcasting in quite some time. So I have been watching that's all I've been playing as far as watching. Man, okay. So I watched a fucking show, which is a limited series, but it's like a biopic about Clark Olofsson, who is a famous bank robber.
Mm-hmm.
Who, like, because of him, we have coined the phrase Stockholm Syndrome, because he's so fucking likable and just charismatic. So it is a biopic about this guy, and he is played by Bill Skarsgård.
Ooh.
Who I've seen in several things that I loved. The movie is in, I think it's in Swedish or in Dutch or in German, one of them. But I watched the dubbed version. In retrospect, I would have rather just watched it in subtitled.
Subtitles is where it's at.
Yeah, it just, some of the mouth stuff, it's so far off. I'm like,
I hate it.
Yeah. But
What's it called?
it's called Clark,
And
it's on Netflix.
Okay.
And
Miniseries?
it's like 6 episodes. Each episode's like an hour. And man, I gotta tell you, it's like a 9.5. It's fucking great. He is just a sex maniac criminal. And he just wants to do whatever he wants. But the show is based on truths and lies. So it's about a book about him that was never published.
Okay.
Because the author was just like, you know what, man, you're kind of a piece of shit. Like
You're kind of a MacGruber.
The whole world treated you like a rock star, literally. Like he would rob a bank and then go across the street and eat a meal, and everybody would be like, oh my God, that's fucking Clark Olofsson. And like he was fucking Elvis or something. And he just would get on a train and be like, hey, what's your name? And just would fuck a lady in the thing. Or at least that's what part of his story was. But this lady went and found all these people, and they're like, well, no, actually, yeah, some of these things.
Here's how it happened.
Some of this stuff's true, actually. So every episode says it was this episode of this show, this story or whatever is based on truths and lies, which is fascinating.
like
but
that.
Bill Skarsgård melts into it seamlessly, and he's so fucking charming. Really couldn't recommend that enough. Enjoyed it, binged it in 2 days.
I'll check it out.
I've been watching The Boys, new season of The Boys. It's already been renewed for season 4.
I saw that.
Every individual episode certified fresh in the 90s. It is fucking great. If you've seen The Boys, seasons 1 or 2, and you wondered to yourself about getting back into season 3, if you're like, I don't know, it seemed like lightning in a bottle. How can they recapture that? They did it. It somehow is more weird and twisted. One of the most weird and twisted TV shows I've ever seen.
Yeah.
This season is more weird and twisted in 3 episodes.
So I've watched 1 and 2, but I forgot.
Man, they just fucking hit the ground running. It's great writing. Like great writing.
I've started Barry though. Have you started Barry?
I watched 1 episode and I'm like, I need a day where I'm just not doing shit. It's raining, so I can't work outside. All my editing's done and I can just binge it for a day.
Come on. Get the fuck out of here. The episodes are 30 minutes.
I live here.
The episodes are 30 minutes.
I know, man. I know, but I want to give it my undivided attention.
Get the fuck into it.
I'll get the fuck into it.
Get the fuck out of your own house.
I live here. Yeah.
What else? We got anything else? Are we going to wrap this up?
What else have I... Hold on, I feel like there was one more thing I really wanted to mention. It was the thing I watched. Let me think on it for a second.
TV show? Movie?
I think
Good
it was a
movie?
movie. Oh, just like the night before last, I watched that Adam Sandler movie, Hustle.
I hear it's good.
It is good. It is good. And I'm not like, oh man, somebody is in sports and they're really good at a sport, but they still have to try. Isn't that inspirational? That is not my kind of fucking movie. You know what I mean? But Adam Sandler brings a level of like gritty sarcasm and passion to it that makes it... And the whole movie's fun. Like, I don't give a shit about basketball. If you're into basketball, you can probably watch this movie and go, oh, fuck, there's so-and-so. Oh, shit, there's what's his name?
Right.
I don't know who any of them are. I'm just like, wow, nice moves, dog. Guys, look at this guy. He's fucking
7 feet
he's
tall.
fucking balling. Literally. He's got balls and he's balling. It was fun. I did like it.
I like that we still get Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler
And his chops. You know what I mean?
And as long as he's been doing it.
As long as he's been doing shitty movies, because he's been doing some shitty movies for a while. We all know that.
You know what, man? There were a couple of his Netflix films I didn't mind. It's very like his same shtick from back in the day. Like they had not evolved.
Yeah.
So it was just the same shit, different skin.
But not terrible.
Like the Hubie Halloween, I found it to be quite charming.
I think I just kind of lost count of all of, you know what I mean?
There's
There was
so fucking many of them
for a long time there.
That murder mystery one, it's all right.
Okay.
But yeah, he definitely did have a couple of flops in there that I was like, what the fuck is this?
What are you doing, bro?
Yeah, even the one where he's like the do-over and he's like a badass assassination spy. Like, I don't buy Adam Sandler as a fucking super spy for no amount of minutes. He's
a guy that's just sitting on the couch eating potato chips.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
And I love him for it. I love him for that. Let's just be that.
Just do that.
Let's be, fuck me in the goat ass. Do that again. That's
Do another Big Daddy.
Yeah, do another Big Daddy, baby.
Big Daddy Baby.
Big Daddy Baby. That's what it's called. He's just senile. So they have to take care of him because he's like a baby. That's what it's called. Big Daddy Baby.
Don't give him any ideas.
He pisses on the newspapers.
Oh my goodness.
They just got him eating cereal, but they put it in a blender so he can drink it through a straw because he's so old. Boom.
Right.
There you go, Hollywood. Write us at itsjustamovies@gmail.com. That's just the movies. Twitter, Instagram. Give me like $5. You can have that.
And a hot dog.
$5 and a hot dog. Before we do close her out, though, I do want to say a quick thanks. Thank you to everybody out there listening on your whatever your favorite podcatcher of choice is. We sure do appreciate you.
Did you have some questions?
We're
for
out
me?
there. We're spraying hot podcast everywhere. You guys are catching it on your.
Stop. Did you have some questions for me?
Oh yeah, I did. By the way, thank you for reminding me. Yeah, I sent in some. Usually on Fridays, I'll be like, "Hey, what's up? You guys want to do ask me a question? We'll talk about it on the podcast." And I got one that says. Yeah, it was like, what's a hot talking tip or whatever? It says, tell Birdman to go fuck himself. And what are your favorite top 5 Pop-Tart flavors? What are they?
Oh, man. All right. 5.
Yeah.
Concrete.
Okay. Tide Pods. I know you love Tide Pod.
4.
I know you love Tide Pod.
Tide Pods.
Yeah.
3. Kitty litter.
Okay.
2. Roasted butthole.
Okay.
1. Birthday cake.
Okay. Mine are cinnamon sugar. Cinnamon sugar, the s'more ones. Oh my God, I love the s'more ones. The fudge ones. You know what? I guess I classic blueberry. I can't turn down a classic blueberry. And I really like the void. Just the void inside of you. Pop-Tart. Yeah, that's the one I really like. But did you know the Pop-Tarts are better? I think they're better if you put them in the freezer. They get like chewy and soft.
Listen to you. I was just kidding about number 1. It's actually fudge.
Oh, it's fudges. Okay, that makes sense.
They're so good.
Yeah, they are. You ever try one in the freezer?
No,
it's fucking out of here. It's fucking magic, bro. I'm telling you. I didn't believe it either. And then I tried it and I was like, holy fuck. And the other question, which would you choose? Half your length or half your girth? For your penis, I'm assuming. If you had to choose, half your leg, you get some cut off. You're getting it trimmed. Half the length or half the girth. Which way are you going?
Probably half girth.
Going half girth?
Yeah.
Just
Just a pencil.
just a thick spaghetti noodle. Boy, I tell you what, I think I'd go half the girth too. I don't know if I can lose much length and still get anywhere with that. Good night, folks.
You guys aren't going to start sucking each other's dicks, are you?
Let's call that gold talk! We're a one-eyed Batman!
Can I make a suggestion that doesn't involve violence? Or is this the wrong crowd?
Maybe we should call in a bomb threat to Houston. I think it's free beer night at the Astrodome.
The Jedi, Bob, we don't fight with guns, we fight with our mind.
Cousin businesses are booming.
That is one big pile of shit.
Jog on.
It's Just Two Movies is a production of Blue Cheese and Bacon Studios and can be found wherever you get your podcasts.
I got a bucket of sardine paste out in my Honda Accord.
You got it, dude. You got it. It's lightning in a bottle, baby.